Hello and welcome everyone back to Final Fantasy XIV as I need to turn on the sound. There's the sound. Welcome back. Yesterday we finished off our Thavnair quest line, including our very first dungeon of Endwalker, and now we're ready to make our way to Rodzat Han proper in order to just see what's going on there. See the Jewel of Thavnair. Basically doing like a victory lap of sorts. And I was so close. I'm starting a little late because I was finishing off a quest. One of the role quests for the what's the thing called? The magical range DPS. And I am so close. I thought I would be able to just tip the scales, but no, I am 70,000 experience off. Which I think I'm gonna just fight some monsters on the way, just in the hope that maybe that'll get me. I doubt it, but I'm just gonna fight what I can. In the meantime, though, how is everyone doing tonight? Hopefully everyone is doing well. Of course, I got Amy here with me. There she is. So, we're ready to do some more. Whoops, didn't mean to bring that up. Cloud Strife saying, question, can I join you in the game today? If not, all good. Yeah, I mean, you can definitely hop in here and hang out. I don't know if we're going to get to a duty or anything that we can like play together or something like that, but you can definitely stop by Diabolos and hang out with us.
There's always room to walk around with us.
Yes. Yeah, I highly doubt we're going to get to a duty tonight. It just doesn't feel like it. So now I just need monsters to fight as we make our way over to the 81. And I don't know if Amy's over here yet. Sayo.
She's trying to figure out this darn envelope thing.
She's trying to figure out something, but I know you offered a ride, Sayo, but Amy will definitely take you up on that. Whoops. I help actually. This one. Oh god, only 781 experience. That's not going to do the job. Smashman with 100 bits saying, Nintendo literally tweeted this out 4 minutes ago as of June 10th, 2024. It will be no longer possible to post screenshots and videos to X, formerly Twitter, from the Switch album or send friend requests to social media users via the friend suggestion feature. If I do a Fate, we'll level up? That's a good point. There's a Fate over this way. Sayo, if you
Are we doing a Fate?
just a random one around here, just to get me the level.
No,
Oh, it disappeared. It just disappeared. The dang Fate. I guess Sayo can take me to the actual one that's over there.
Oh.
There's this one, mesmerizing moths. Or we can go deep south and go to Shiver and Shock.
I want to be there. Dang it. We need to get
Actually, we can
so
go. We can go.
transport you with the ring.
We can go to Shiver and Shock, I suppose, or something like that. I don't know. No, it's all right. I honestly did not realize it. I've posted a few times, but the loss of that isn't too big of a deal. But no new area for me on the Sayo Airlines. Dang it. Ooh, just beat all the bosses from KH3 Remind. Yeah, those are a lot of fun. I'm sorry, I'm like so close to having my red mage up to 81. Plus, Amy's still trying to join us.
I'm maxed out on company seals. And I'm trying to figure out what to buy, but I can't find anything.
She's trying to figure out what
I can't buy material containers because I'm not the right rank.
Oh.
Dang it.
Yeah, she's trying to figure out what to use company seals on. Alright, let's do this. This shouldn't take too long. But it's so nice to actually use story quests to level up your character because, well, you get so much more experience. just fighting these guys will definitely get us that level. Besides, why wouldn't we want to change things up? Ah, Zamasu here is Cloud. Or is it Zamas? So you can invite Cloud Deer to the party if once we get it all done with this. When we're almost done with it, but we're near Tiki Hike or something like that. Go to where the next quest is. Oh, it's over. It's over. Yeah, down there.
The great work was
Garlemald. That's where. There we go. Got Zamasu in here. Yay, we're 81. So now we can do the level quest. Actually, also cool stuff. We can equip this potentially. We'll come pick you up then. Have you gotten there yet, Amy?
Yeah, I spilled some.
All right. So this new thing is a little bit better. Oh, this thing's cool. We got it from the last dungeon. Alright.
Oh, yeah, she didn't put the dog in.
We're heading towards you, I believe.
I'm heading towards the quest, should I not?
We're Scion's coming to pick you up.
Oh, Shio, you don't have to keep it up for me.
Well, the others can fly. We can't. Oh, everybody, both of them jumped out. You guys can show off your mounts.
Oh no, that other person's not flying. Arjun?
I thought Arjun should be able to fly, right?
It looks like they were flying.
Well, they already live lady. I don't know. Alright. Thank you for the ride, Sayo. I've hit 81. Of course, now there is a fate actually close nearby. Actually, do I have my... Okay. Yeah, you won't earn any yokai medals from fighting in here anyway, Amy, for the fates.
Oh yeah. I didn't realize you were fighting here. I thought you were doing...
No, it was literally just one fight so I can get the level 81 and do the quest as Red Mage. No. This certainly makes things a lot quicker. Yeah, I have no real interest in that Nintendo World Championships. It was a fun commercial, but I don't see the point in picking it up. Maybe if the multiplayer was online, that's potential.
Yeah, I don't think Arjun can fly.
Oh, I'm sorry, Arjun.
And if they can, then
Hey, Orgda. Alright, time to make our way into the city itself. Though I've been to Radzat before, this place is a veritable maze. Rather than risk getting lost, we'd best ask for directions from this sentry at the fountain. Lead the way, and don't expect me to act as your tour guide like certain others. Alright, we've got a Stydian accompanying us now. What's that?
gotta get kettle corn chips or something. That would be perfect for this sequence.
Oh. Oh, we got ether net shards to sync with. Oh boy. Oh, that's very interesting. Yeah, only 2 weeks until Mario Thousand Year Door. Crazy. Ah, Master Milan, I presume. I understand you're here for an audience with the Satra. If you require directions to Magaduda, I should be glad to provide them. The Satrap's residence is situated in Dharma at the highest part of Radzat Han. To get there, I would ordinarily recommend a route that takes you by the bazaars in the city south. Due to the state of Lurnel, however, most businesses are currently closed and the Aetheryte disabled. As such, I will provide you with an alternate path. First, please ascend the steps next to this fountain and then continue left. There will be more steps, and upon ascending them, you will emerge on Pax's path. Proceed through the door on the right, and you will arrive in Ruvada Fibers. Within you will find another sentry who will give you further guidance. Excuse me. In other words, we head up. Sounds straightforward enough. Oh, we get a comment from Stadium. Excuse me, over here. Ah, yes, I know about this portal. Leads to a nearby isle, the treasure vault of one of Radzat Han's wealthiest families. They took a god of luck for their guardian, on account of which they occasionally open up a section of their vaults for aspiring treasure hunters to try their own luck, or so they say. There are also coffers hidden across the land that act as portals. Find one and you gain access to the vault. Something to bear in mind in case you exhaust your funds while on the road. It is a troublesome experience, but as I can personally attest. Gee, I wonder why you're so bad with money, Estinian. Can't imagine why. Alright. Oh, I think I made it wrong. Wait, no, I didn't take a wrong turn. It seemed like I took a wrong turn, but I did not. Cool city. Heading to Magaduda, are you? In that case, please follow this hallway to my right and go through the door at the top of the stairs. You'll emerge at the entrance to the airship landing where another sentry should be on hand to assist you.
What is the point of the weather person? I talk to people like the weather vane or whatever.
Oh.
What's the point of that?
I have no idea.
Just knowing what weather's coming up?
I guess. But I have no idea offhand. Incidentally, if you ascend the steps to either side of me, you'll find the workshops of Ruvada Fibers. Though you're free to observe the artisans, they take care not to lose your way. We got a conversation with Estinian over this way, so we'll check it out. Oh, that was a mechanic from a previous expansion, according to Time Sage. Yeah. Ah, Thavnarian weave. Hard to imagine more vibrant stuff. I dare say Emmerich would be partial to the gold thread. And the blue, of course. He loves his blue. I've never put that much thought into what I wear. A spare set of clothing is usually all I carry, and if that isn't enough, I can always obtain something locally. Boy, we are just getting example after example of why he is so bad with money. Gathering classes can find maps, and sometimes a portal responds to when they open the treasure. When it goes depends on the map and the expansion. Oh, okay. The rewards are very lucrative. I see. If you're here for an airship, I'm afraid all flights have been suspended until further notice. So the state of alert is still in effect. Perhaps it's for the best. That aside, we're not here for an airship. We have business at Magaduda. Oh, in that case, permit me to direct you. From here, it's quite simple, really. Ascend these steps and then continue straight ahead and across the bridge. You cannot miss it. Oh, turn around, because there is an Ethernet shard over here. Yeah, that kind of extra stuff I've not done a lot of. Amy's done it here and there.
What, the treasure hunting?
Yeah, treasure hunting stuff.
From that has this aesthetic, I love the music from that one. That's one of my favorites.
Nice.
I think it's the level 7. I can't remember. I guess it could be 8. I don't know. But the one that has like a little roulette in the middle. It's like,
oh yeah.
And then you like pick the right door to go down. You go down this little water slide.
Mm-hmm.
It's really fun.
Ah, I remember passing by here with Varshan. The situation being as it was, he regretted not being able to show us the sights. Life is yet to return to normal here, but when it does, you ought to pay another visit. Though the city is confusing, the food is quite good. I'm partial to Hamsa myself. The meat's surprisingly tender and flavorful. And then Hamsa's like, hey, I resent that. Congrats on, quitting soda, Ogrepon. Drinking flavored water instead. I mainly just drink straight water now, but hey, yeah, that's all Amy. I used to have juice, tea, stuff like that, but that's all cut out.
Well, there's a difference between sweet tea and regular.
Oh, I love my iced tea.
Like I said,
or
there's a
green
difference
tea.
between sweet tea and regular tea.
Yeah, I know.
Unless you're American, then regular tea is sweet tea, apparently.
Mm.
Although that might just be a southern thing.
Southern sweet tea is so sweet. My God, it's so much sweeter than.
The first time I ever saw southern sweet tea, like my friend's mom made it. 2 cups of sugar. They had to boil the water just to dissolve it.
Yeah, that's
2 full cups of sugar. In
no.
1 pitcher.
God, no. That's so too much. That's oh God. We are members of the Scions of the Seventh Dawn and come at the invitation of His Excellency. Ah, of course, we've been expecting you. I will show you to the audience chamber. If you would please follow me.
I can take a sip of it for like dessert, but
I don't know if I can handle that.
I must have missed something. Yeah, I definitely missed
There he is.
Are we the last to arrive? I hope we've not kept you waiting.
Not at all. Your comrade is feeling better, I trust.
Much better, thank you. Harness remedies are certainly potent, in more ways than one.
One becomes accustomed to the taste, although I hope you never have cause to do so. Pray, take your ease.
Full glad I am to see you all unharmed.
Valiant Scions, for your heroism, you have my boundless gratitude. You cast down that dire tower and set free its hapless captives. You cleanse their souls of its corrupting influence. No words of thanks will suffice. In place of platitudes, I offer a bounty of warding scales. Pray accept your due reward, along with the goodwill of Radzatan.
Nice.
Alchemists throughout the land were put to work in the forging of your talismans. The finished ones have been collected, and now await you at the High Crucible of Alchemia. Present this letter when you are ready to take them into your possession.
Did you talk to Estinian about the birds right next to the birds?
Yeah, and the bird was like, what the heck?
We are humbled by your generosity.
That was funny.
Know that the inventive wisdom of Radzat Han will be vital in restoring serenity to our star.
And so Bin Laden became best
Every
friends with the
single
leader
one
of
of
yet
these
another
things
nation.
came from
Of
you,
course, because we're
didn't
awesome.
they? You must still be in such pain.
Oh, God. Oof.
'Tis of no moment. A mere annoyance compared to the dreadful suffering inflicted upon this land and its people.
Albeit brief, my involvement in the Dragonsong War afforded me a glimpse of the myriad sorrows which consumed both dragon and man. Though you were half a world away, such tragedies as befell your kin must have affected you deeply.
Okay.
And yet, you chose to live among men.
In the age when that conflict first bloomed, my choice had already been made. In some distant place, man slew dragon, and dragon slaughtered man. Yet no hate could I muster for those smiling faces which did look to me for guidance. Not even my brother's righteous rage could rally me to his cause. I huddled here, secret and still, hoping against hope that which I had built would remain untouched by the chaos and carnage.
Twould seem we share the same desire for peace, great Vritra. To that end, I wonder if we might trouble you with another question. The Telophoroi are intent on recreating the final days, an apocalyptic event which we know to predate the sundering of the star. As the longest lived among us, know you aught of this terrible cataclysm?
Nay. When war and strife drove my sire from his home, he crossed the great expanse with only our unhatched eggs as company. He alighted upon a shattered source, its 13 reflections long since scattered beyond the rift.
Amazing. Dragons are so long-lived, and yet they still didn't see the time before the sundering.
Preceding his arrival, he knoweth naught, save that which Hydralin hath deigned to disclose.
I see. So again, 'tis the inscrutable Hydaelyn to whom you must look for answers.
Seek you to divine the will of this star? If so, I have a tale which may afford you some small comfort. 'Tis a story from my youth, many, many years ago. To my sire, I once posed the question, of all the stars in the sky, why didst thou settle upon this one? To which Midgardsormr did reply, 'twas the last bastion of hope. He believed, so long as Hydaelyn endured, so too might dragonkind. Solemn and portentous were his words. What deeper meaning they held, I could not, dared not pursue. 'Tis a stone I've left unturned ever since. Yet take you solace in the knowledge that whatsoever Hydralyn does strive towards, 'tis an ideal which hath earned my sire's conviction.
Thank you, Vritra. You've given us warm reassurance in a world gripped by cold
Yeah, he
uncertainty.
is.
Maybe he'll be my boyfriend.
You can have a lot of boyfriends.
While I'm sure we all have a great many questions, I think it's time we collect the talismans and be on our way. Our fight against the Telophoroi is far from finished.
Just 3.
We must take our leave, but please do inform us if we can provide any further assistance.
It's fine.
You said it like it's real.
Prithee, a moment. There is one whom my sire hath judged worthy of honor and respect. The one known to men as Eorzea's champion. This hero of renown and rumor, 'tis thee.
I only wish he could be here with us now.
I know of his clash with Omega and the long slumber which was his
Nice that that
Yet
gets
even
referenced.
closed in sleep, my father's eyes are far from blind. He is watching over thee, watching over this world. 'Twas a revelation most pleasing that thou, a child of man, had gained amidst Garlemald's
Hold on.
trust. But alongside mine elation runneth a rivulet of dread.
Say that again?
Do the scales grow back?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
For upon thy life's wheel wind too many threads of fate, power, wheel enmeshed with woe. Amidst this tangled knot thou shalt know no rest. 'Tis an endless confluence of forces, a struggle without surcease. More terrible still is the attrition wrought upon thy companions, as they are swept up in the storm of thine existence.
No, those we've lost along the way.
Take heart and protect them well. They will be your strength and your salvation. The hope thou wilt need come the end. Even cowering behind my curtain, I know the suffering of the powerful. I have watched my siblings driven mad by loss. Thus do I exhort thee to spare no effort to keep thy loved ones safe.
Apologies. We hadn't meant to interrupt.
It's just that we do have a history of suddenly collapsing, and when you didn't follow us out...
'Tis I who must apologize. I have detained your champion overlong with idle chatter. Go. At war's end, I pray I welcome thee back into my hall, where together with thy joyful comrades, you may toast your triumph.
The more I look at my black outfit for my red mage, the more I think I look like one of the frickin' Scions. It is very touching, Cloud Strife. Very much so. Our apologies again. We hope we didn't force you to conclude your conversation prematurely. Okay. So, what were you and Vertra talking about? Nothing? Very well, if you say so. The others have gone ahead to the High Crucible. Let's catch up to them. There's the next nice chunk of XP.
Don't we have Midgard somewhere with us? Why can't we ask him?
I mean, he's still asleep.
Oh, I thought he was like mini and
He-
he could pop out whenever.
He could, but he's just not able to right now because he's exhausted from the fight with Omega.
Oh, yeah.
Like his sister Tiamat, Vertra is possessed of a gentle soul. I'm glad they're on our side. Ooh, guess an Archon loaf. The attendant was kind enough to give me directions to the High Crucible. First, let us return to the mulberry orchard. Do we have to travel all around the mulberry bush?
We have a mulberry tree.
That's true. Yes, we were a convocation member. That is true. I understand the mulberries are for the silkworms, grown a stone's throw away from the satrap's residence. Gives the quintessential Thavnarian flair, don't you think? From here, we're supposed to follow the path left and past the mulberries. They really don't want you to get lost in here. Hey, Linky. Yep, we're in Endwalker. We last time we finished up the Tower of Zot, and now we're doing our tour of Radzat Han. We're doing our best to beat Endwalker, beat content.
Whole section about things that I haven't gotten to yet.
Oh, what do you mean?
I had to ask you about them.
Oh,
Just kept my mouth shut and waited.
I didn't realize you hadn't got there yet.
No, I'm pretty far behind you.
The word use apparently means bind in the local tongue, and this district is so named because it connects all others in the city. If we manage to come this far, we shouldn't have trouble finding the High Crucible, or so I was told. But yeah, we're trying to be content current so we can actually play with everyone once Dawn Trail's out. Where the street turns, and then enter this door straight, and then straight ahead, and then descend the steps. Thought the Crystarium was confusing, but it doesn't compare to Radzat Han. The architecture and decorations make it even harder to get your bearings. Anyway, let's see where this door takes us. Still, whoops, not what I meant to do. Still a few more places to check out. Ah, the main Aetheryte. Oh, seems we're on the right track. Here's the Aetheryte Plaza. So far so good, and there isn't much further to go. From here we just need to cross the other side of the hall, then pass through the larger of two doorways. The High Crucible lies beyond. I suspect the others have already collected the warding scales. Come, let us join them. Oh no, that's still disabled. Dang it. Alright. What a bummer. It's like Yulmore, where it takes a bit until you can actually do it. Oh well.
Why does that sound so ominous?
Mm-hmm.
Protect your friends at all costs and come back safely with you and all your friends.
Yep.
What if Estinian dies?
He doesn't. We know he's
Yeah,
in Dawn.
for sure.
Yeah, he's in the Dawn Trail trailer.
Oh, okay.
Nobody in the Scions is gonna die.
Okay, good.
We know that for a fact. Outside of the
you.
Scions, I have no idea.
I need comfort.
Amy needs her comfort. Or maybe they die and revive your Stola style. I mean, might as well continue. We need to falsely kill the Stola again. Nah, this makes Amy happy, and honestly, I would not expect any of these guys to die. Yeah, found the place.
These are the talismans we were promised.
Yes, and I made a quick count. There are far more than we could have hoped for. Enough to outfit an entire company of soldiers, in fact. Considering the involved process, that they were able to manufacture so many in such a short span of time is nothing short of a miracle.
Once we have distributed them to our allies in Eorzea and the Far East, we'll have a fighting chance to bring down the other spires, just as we did with the Tower of Zot.
Or we could use them to invade Garlemald proper and strike directly at the Telophoroid's base of operations.
Oh, wow.
Of course, we would need to consult with various alliance leaders before such a drastic measure could even be contemplated. To which end, I could set out forthwith and present the idea to each of our allies in person.
Pray allow me to undertake some few of those journeys. I find myself restless and in need of purposeful duties.
I can head eastward. Bosnia and Dalmasca are just a short hop from here. And Doma's shinobi network should come in handy for passing on the word.
Wow, a mass invasion of Garlemald.
Meanwhile, I think it best that you and the others take the talismans back to the Baldessian Annex. We must keep them safe and secure until we've decided upon a course of action.
Please, I must speak with you.
What's up, Nidana?
Nidana? You're awake?
Yes. When I spoke with the carer at my bedside, she told me that one of the Scions, a young woman, had cleansed me of the tower's corruption. It seems I'd been asleep ever since the treatment. But when I awoke and learned you were all still here, I knew I had to come.
Someone hasn't checked in and they got hit hard with the storm. So, hope she's alright.
Yeah, I think she will be. Hey, Kobama.
As you said, Nidana was captured only recently.
Lots of
Such a brief exposure is swiftly cured, so I tended to her before we gathered at Megaduta.
Amy's hearing from her family that there's a big storm down south, and so where her sister lives, out of power and down power lines. She hasn't checked in yet. I'm sure she's fine, but it makes her a little bit worried.
And I am truly grateful that you did. I cannot thank you enough. All of you, for everything you've done. Destroying the tower, rescuing our people. You've saved Thavnair from an awful fate.
Yet who hath truly saved whom? Due in no small part to thine inspirational courage, the alchemists were successful in reproducing warding scales of proven efficacy. Replications of thy work now stand ready to travel across the seas, unto the hands of those who might wield them against this rising evil.
The talisman? Is this true?
There they are.
Oh, I was so groggy from sleep. I didn't even think to ask. Oh, our great work sent across the seas. It was worth it. Oh, it was all worth it.
There's a lot of people here.
You're gonna love the scene with Nidana coming up. Oh, isn't that interesting?
Look at that! Its color is completely changed.
What do you have there? How unusual. I wonder if the effect is a reaction to Akasha.
I'm afraid I'm not familiar with that term.
Akasha? It is one of the unseen energies defined by Harnish alchemical theory. Though a gross oversimplification, some describe it as an essence influenced by feelings.
You imply that it is distinct from ether?
As foreign scholars often conflate the two, but we see them as separate concepts. Ether is an energy which permeates the land. It exists within animals, objects, even the air we breathe, affecting all through which it flows. Akasha, on the other hand, exists in a domain beyond our reach. A gift bestowed from on high, or torn from the heavens in some traditions. Akasha can neither be created nor destroyed. It is beyond our power to purposefully alter or manipulate.
Isn't it?
Mm-hmm. Good
The
lore
only
stuff
thing
here.
observed to influence it is an abundance of, I want to say, spiritual emotion. As a veteran of the battlefield, surely you've experienced moments of desperation or exaltation when you've transcended the usual limits of your capabilities. That is a manifestation of Akasha, the invisible essence harnessed by heart, mind, and unyielding spirit.
I really must hear more about this theory. Our disciplines are based entirely upon the idea that ether is the fundamental form of all energy.
I'm glad my haphazard explanation has piqued your interest. But even for us, Akasha is a somewhat abstract field of study. A lack
guess you
of
could
practical application
put it like
lends
limit
itself
breaks.
poorly
It does make
to
sense.
formalized research. Which is why my analysis of your flower can amount to little more than idle speculation. I am sorry.
Nonsense. You have nothing to be sorry for. Your insight is much appreciated.
Shall we depart for Charlian then? I will see to it that the talismans arrive at the Annex.
And we will be in touch once our talks are concluded. I suggest you rest while you can. From here onward, sleep is bound to be in short supply.
Break through those limits with emotions. I love this explanations for it. Yeah, it's fascinating. All these extra explanations and whatnot. I really like Shadowbringers, but so far I'm wondering if I might end up liking Endwalker more.
She just responded. She's good. They lost power for a little bit.
Oh, that's good. But I also love a good conclusion to a story. And seeing elements come back. Seeing elements, so it's basically one good, like a good self-contained story, or something, or a story that properly leads to a conclusion and wraps up everything and brings back elements and just makes it all feel complete. And I love those types of stories. All right, back in here. There they are. How's it going, Cryle? It's good to be back, and with the fruit of our labor safely in storage. For now, we have but to wait for the others to return from their respective meetings with the Alliance leaders. As Thancred suggested, you should get some rest in the meantime. Welcome back, Milan. Cryle surprised me of your recent accomplishments. What an amazing feat to eliminate a tower and pave the way to deal with the rest. While it isn't much, I've changed your sheets and plumped up your pillow. After all, there's nothing like collapsing in a nice clean bed after completing a major milestone, be it penning a thesis or defeating deiform entities. So would you like to take a look at your new and improved lodgings now? Let's do it. No worries, Ogerpon. Nothing wrong with preferring SMT. Interesting song playing right now.
Take
I love this elephant.
Oh my god.
Good, you're here. You haven't eaten yet, have you? We've bought quite a spread if you're interested. Only the finest dining from the last stand.
Feels so weird to see them with paper bags. Dang, pizza, burgers, cookies, tea. Oh my god. Okay. So, all of a sudden the taco makes way more sense. Yeah. Alice A. Woman after my own heart. Not a fan of pickles. I never realized that frickin' the taco was a reference to something.
Well. But he refused with a rather grim-faced, "No, thank you." I suspect Charlian cuisine is not to his liking.
Oh, I don't know about that. Perhaps our lone wolf
really
just
is.
needed some time apart.
What? To perfect his brooding stare? Next time, I'll drag him out by the ear, sit him down in front of a Charlian feast, and see that he eats every last bite.
I really do like Kryle's
An excellent
ponytail. It's
idea.
super cute.
Of all people, warriors must take proper meals and rest if they are to maintain a healthy constitution.
Poor Estinian. Beset
It's a
on
Big
all
Bang
sides.
burger, lass. From an old-timey world of Eorzea to a semi-current time meal.
Speaking of one's physical condition, Mistress Kryle, I hear you recently played literal host to Heidelin herself.
And what an experience that was. Tiring, yes, but no lasting harm done.
Gotta say, that spread is really making me hungry.
If anything, I should have liked to speak with her longer. I've not felt a hint of her presence since.
Heidelin instructed you to carry that flower, yes? Twill be your guide, test and proof of your conviction. And then something about seeking joy in darkness, was it? Come to think of it, isn't that what happened with Nidana back in Radzat Han?
The flower did seem to radiate a joyful glow, as if reflecting the elation we all felt, the relief of a people with renewed hope.
Indeed.
I wonder why
And
that
in
burger
turn, I
isn't
felt
in
buoyed by that radiance.
the
It was
14
akin to
cookbook.
spotting a beacon,
Or is it?
and knowing we were on the right path. I know we've not yet triumphed over the Telophoroi, or learned the full breadth of the Forum's plans. But even within the midst of our struggles, we find small moments of joy to sustain us. Rare and hard-won, perhaps, but it is
Hey,
this
Karagosa.
pursuit of happiness that gives us the strength to carry on day after day. Hey, that's mine.
To the swift the spoils. Though I recall that levitation spell of yours was quick enough.
Only barely. And even at my best, I'm still too slow to wield it effectively in battle.
Yeah, the food here is huge.
Mayhap I
I'm
simply
actually impressed with
require
actually
more
breaking
practice
down the
than
food a bit.
You unearthed it from the depths of Numenon, I presume.
Aye, and from a veritable mountain of arcane tomes at that. 'Twas necessary to facilitate my solitary explorations.
Or, to put it simply, you used it to sneak around the Forbidden Archives.
Yes. Well, after a fashion.
You're gonna love this next cutscene, Amy.
And Charlene.
Mm-hmm. They are very much Yoshi's Cookies, Buscare helicopter.
They're tall, you see. The shelves, they're too tall for me. I could hardly move the library's platforms without attracting attention now, could I?
Oh.
Wow. His reasoning for learning that spell. Oh man, they ate everything.
To the wrong door.
Oh no. I gotta go with this one just because of Dawn Trail. It's like, are we pushing on until dawn? I mean, yes.
I'm not that ambitious. But 'tis pleasant to idle away the hours every once in a while.
Oh, they definitely love to show the moon, Linky. She stole more cookies. Getting all kinds of colors. We're collecting the rainbow here. Will we get Dust Trail? Who knows? Every time we get a nice cutscene, we got to check in with him.
No.
That's the color of joy, of course.
Ah, enjoying the bracing cold, I see. Do you not own a warm coat or a cloak? Something in fur, or fashioned from the skins of your enemies, or... well, never mind that. I come to you once more as the bearer of bad news. Our tower in Thavnir has been toppled, and I need not tell you by whom. Given how many we have at our disposal, the loss of a single spire is hardly fatal to our plans. It does, however, slow the rate at which we siphon ether. If they continue to preoccupy themselves with the towers, then all will be well. But should our foe prove bold enough to strike at us here,
I'll get it. I'll get it since you're...
question.
No, you can't. You can't pause. Amy's in the last cutscene, and Kiko wants back in, so I gotta go get it. One sec. Tell me when you get to. You gotta tell me when you get to. There he is. He's enjoying his burger.
Oh, he's enjoying that burger, all right. It's dripping.
Oh, your birthday's coming up, Carrico, so that's awesome. Yep, there's Callie. Alright.
He's so happy.
Mm-hmm.
Our foe is bold enough. Of that, I can assure you.
Yes, very well then. I suppose I must prepare a proper welcome. Honestly, talk of your nemesis is the only thing you seem to enjoy. Does nothing else spark your interest?
No. All else is... equal. Equally tedious. Equally disappointing. The world is a tepid bog into which we sink, too weak to thrash as the mud clings to our eyes and fills our throats till we blissfully choke. But then came the light. Blinding and pure and hot. So very hot. Enough to set my soul aflame. I basked in the afterglow until the void yawned once more. And then I knew the muck would never claim me again. There was naught for me ahead, so I drew the curtain on all that had come before. Burn. Burn. Let the whole star burn. I will have my contest. I will reclaim my moment.
He basically wants to defeat us and then let everything die because nothing else will bring him joy.
How wonderful that the emptiness of death has not dissuaded you from committing your life to its pursuit once more. I don't know whether to envy you or pity you.
You question my disinterest, but what of yours? Despite your noisome antics, I sense you take little pleasure in this endeavor.
Mercy, my lord. Such pointed barbs from one who barely acknowledges my existence. Nevertheless, you are mistaken. For I do find this part somewhat enjoyable. You see, when I was mortal, I would always have the same dream. It was a fragmented thing, disjointed, all the faces incomplete. The setting too was unknown to me, so I thought it simply a fantasy of my sleeping mind. Until one day, I realized it was showing me the truth. Much as your dream of the final days enlightened you. And soon, very soon, the rest of the world will see the truth of my dream, too. Yes, I think that is something we can both enjoy.
We're at totally different tonal parts.
Mm-hmm. Very interesting. Actually, it's not much, but I'm just going to top it off. There we go. I love Yukime just hanging out at the top of the shelf.
She stole more of his cookies.
Hope you didn't mind us barging into your room for our late night feast. For what it's worth, it did me a world of good to put our troubles to one side, if only for a moment. Ooh. Ooh, new weapon. Oh, it's level 82. Dang. I didn't get to enjoy my red mage at 82 for very long. Well, back to the Dragoon. Oh well. I feel like I have to constantly play catch up to just keep my red mage in the game. Oh, there you are. Feeling refreshed, I hope. I was about to make my way to the studium as it happens. I wanted to try and speak with the scholar Montashan and thank him for coming to our rescue in the Rostra. As it turns out, he'd come here to see us following the hearing, only to find that we'd already departed for Thavnair. Knowing him, he was probably hoping to chew the cud with his former students. Since we're still waiting for Stola and the others, I thought now the perfect time to pay him a visit. Care to join me? Then it's settled. The twins will be coming too, assuming Alphino can tear himself away from his new toys. I'll let you rally the troops while I go on ahead to the phenomenon. Considering my recent impropriety, perhaps I should avoid showing my face around the studium for a time. That might be for the best. If the others should return, tell them we will not be long. Yeah, I don't need to be a Dragoon until the turning in the quest, but I think it still makes sense to just be the Dragoon. Oh wow, he's just right outside. I didn't even realize. I was still trying to figure him out. Heading out for a stroll. The scholar himself was here. In that case, what are we waiting for? I too am eager to see him, though I somewhat dread the thought of visiting the studium. I dare say our notoriety precedes us. Alphino of all people is worrying over his reputation, and at our alma mater no less. Well, wonders never cease. You'll understand soon enough. Off we go. Here it is, Phenomenon. While I expect you made note of it before, one can hardly miss it. This is the first time you've been here on official business, correct? While most of the space is taken up by the expansive auditoriums, it also houses numerous laboratories, testing grounds for experimental magics, and a host of administrative offices and so forth. As the center of what would later become the Studium, it was established to promote the study of ethological phenomenon, hence the name. Oh, okay. I will check that. I'll check that after this. Though the ether being a fundamental aspect of nature, its scope expanded to include every conceivable facet of life and even the universe itself. Ah, this is where the crafting and gathering quests are found for Endwalker. I have not touched any of those. And then, in the 432nd year of the 6th Astral Era, Phenomenon was decreed complete and the Studium officially opened as a place of learning. With a long and storied history, it is without question the world's leading authority in aetherology, the arcane, the occult, astromancy, and countless other fields, standing proud as Charlayan's foremost educational institute. He always did enjoy giving the grand tour to new students. Indeed, I have long since lost track of how many times he has recited that same foppish speech, such as his undying love for his old stamping ground. He was in top form back then, youngest to enter the Studium, graduated with the highest honors in magical arts and aetherology, undisputed champion of the debating chamber. Hold on, you both joined the Studium at the same age, yes? And from where I stand, you're equally prodigious scholars. Nice of you to say, but Alphino actually entered half a year before me, nor did I do well enough to graduate with honors, and I am certainly not the Studium's most notorious master debater. Really, they went with the master debater line? Oh my god. In all respects, have I ever been his shadow? If nothing else, just remember that this was where the legend of Alphino Levier began. We should expect everyone to be fully aware of our recent escapades. Hopefully we will be somewhat more welcome here than when we were at the last stand. I know better than anyone the adoration of the student body has for Alphino, and with a bit of luck, it might work to our advantage. Well, there's no time like the present. First things first, let's look for the scholar Montashan. Other faculty tend to frequent their offices, but unfortunately for us, he's fond of wandering wheresoever his whims take him. Let's split up and ask the students if they've seen him. In we go. That was Alphino Levier, wasn't it? The Alphino Levier? And he's with his sister and Master Baldessian's granddaughter. This can only mean one thing. An event of epoch-shattering proportions is fast approaching. Spread the word. Oh, sorry, you said you're looking for the Skylark, yes? Knowing him, he could be anywhere, but Miss Aliapo should have a better idea. Oh, look at all the people cheering next to him. He spoke to me. He actually spoke to me. Boy, he really is just popular. Mm-hmm. Oh boy, his fans were attack people who just besmirched him. How interesting. Oh, hey Jude. Are you lost? Wandering off the street, perhaps? Wait, don't tell me. You're a trainee gleaner fresh off the goat ship. I'm right, aren't I? Oh, how silly of me. An orientation is in order. Allow me to bid you warm welcome to Searcher's Meet. Let me start with a question. What is the most important thing you'll find at the studium? That's right, books. And what's the second most important? Why, that's simple. Everything else. That's what we deal in here at Searcher's Meet. Whenever the students or tutors find themselves in need of equipment or materials, they come to us. If we don't have it in our stores, we send the gleaners off to find it. Honestly, you wouldn't believe some of the requests we get. Eye of Pasa this, tongue of Gigantode that. It's enough to make your hair stand on end, which is possibly what some of our students are trying to accomplish, this being a school of magic and all. As our newest gleaner, you'll have your work cut out for you, but I think you'll find it quite rewarding. I've tracked down many miscellaneous knickknacks in my time, but I'm no gleaner. So what you're telling me is you're not a gleaner. Yes, that's exactly what you said, isn't it? And you're looking for a scholar. I'm afraid we don't have any of those in stock, but I can... Oh, you meet him. He was here, but now he's not. I did speak with him shortly before you arrived, though. He said he was on his way to Maker's Meet. Go back the way you came in and you'll see it on the opposite side of the entrance. It's a laboratory of sorts, home to many rare and expensive curios, not to mention alarmingly frequent accidents. If you lose your way, just follow the blood-curdling screams. In no time it's taken me to tell you all this, the scholar has probably already left. Best of luck finding him. I have a feeling you'll need it. Oh boy, it's General White all over again. Yes, the scholar was here a short while ago. He offered me advice on my current research project. Though we spoke at length, I don't recall him mentioning where he was planning to go next. When we parted ways, he went down the corridor, perhaps to one of the auditoriums. At least we get an idea of how this place is all laid out. It's our tour. Found him. That was easy.
Ah, I remember you.
I pray we have not caught you at an inopportune moment. We wanted to offer our thanks for your kind words in the forum.
Well, I could hardly let that inquisition go unchallenged. I've always believed that curiosity should be nurtured, not stifled. Thankfully, a majority of my colleagues agreed. A slender majority, aye, but a majority nonetheless.
Had the vote not gone our way, we would be having a very different conversation, if any at all. Though I'd like to think you would have not given up on our cause. I'm told you paid a visit to the annex afterwards.
Yes, that's right. I was hoping to speak with the grandchildren of my dearly departed friends Galuf and Louisois in a less dour setting. But it seems I just missed you. I still can't believe how much you've grown. If only your grandsires could have seen the way you presented yourselves to the Forum. Why, it fair brought a tear to my own eye. You must have the patience of a saint, putting up with this lot and their antics. Never mind Matoya's prize student. Luckily, I know a thing or two about managing unruly younglings. If you ever need advice, don't hesitate to ask.
I like this guy. Even has that little wink.
If I may, there is a rather more pressing matter we wish to discuss. What can you tell us of this duty that the Forum must fulfill?
Nothing, I'm afraid. Like all humble servants of the Forum, I am sworn to secrecy. Or rather, I couldn't tell you if I tried. Our duty is of the gravest importance. Furthermore, if the particulars were made public, it would incite widespread panic. As such, those entrusted with this duty have been bound by an enchantment, which prevents us from speaking of such matters without the express permission of the Forum.
How is that even possible?
It's been some time since I last gave a lecture. Please, take a seat.
Oh boy, we're in college now. Oh my god.
We shall begin by reviewing the fundamentals of etherology. The ether, which imbues us with life, can be categorized into three forms. Two are of the incorporeal sort, the soul and the memory. Can anyone tell me the third?
Probably corporeal.
Yes, very good. This is the form with which the layman is most familiar. Consumed by even the simplest of daily activities, and replenished by the food and drink that sustain us, this form of ether is in constant flux. In contrast,
the
the ether
lesson
that
2.
comprises the soul is rarely subject to dramatic change. The same can be said for memory, as the two are intrinsically linked. Picture the soul as paper, and memories as words written upon it.
I don't know what the answer is. What's corporal ether? What is that?
Now,
Corporeal? That's
what would happen
physical ether.
if that
That's the
paper was
answer.
doused with ink? The same type of ether as comprises the memories.
This has a distinct Kingdom Hearts vibe to me.
Especially the sound
It would
effects
blot
that come
out
when
everything
talking.
that
Yeah.
Precisely. We would be unable to recall the memories, and any activities that depend upon them would be hindered as well. In fact, this exact phenomenon was observed on a vast scale not so long ago. And what might that have been?
Oh, I know this answer.
The seventh umbral calamity.
Yep.
The people of Eorzea vividly recall Bahamut breaking free of the Lesser Moon and raining hellfire down upon the realm. But no one could seem to remember the events that followed immediately afterwards.
Indeed. To this day, we have yet to determine whether it was an unintended consequence or a deliberate act.
God, that is all the way back to the beginning of Realm Reborn.
The rest of the forum is based on a similar principle. And yes, it is a contravention of the Sharlayan prohibition against the practice of memory manipulation. Only when a new member is inducted and told of our great duty are they subjected to the process. A necessary evil. You have my word that it would never be used to manipulate the populace?
I should hope not. But can this enchantment be dispelled and your memories restored?
If 9/10 of our members give their approval, then the process may be reversed. Then, and only then, would we be able to speak freely to others of our sacred duty.
Jeez, they have 90 of 99 to approve that sort of thing.
That, we must wait until we return to the ethereal sea. For there we will be purified, the blots upon our souls washed clean.
Fancy.
And our memories drift apart and dissolve, rather defeating the purpose, I suppose. But there are those memories that are indelibly etched upon our souls, some believe.
What happens after that?
We are reduced to pure ether, coalesce with that of others, and create souls anew. Alternative schools of thought assert souls remain whole and return to the corporeal world, reborn into another form. Both theories have their proponents. Personally, I consider each equally probable.
What does it say? Into the...
Studium. Mm-hmm.
Well, I think that's enough education for today. Now that I've given you some food for thought. Or rather, an entire banquet.
We're really paying attention to that paper. That is so Kingdom Hearts.
I would remind you that although I'm unable to assist you with certain matters, the resources at my disposal may still be of use to you. I'll arrange for you all to be given the run of Phenomenon. Of course, as associate to our alumni and the students of Baldessian, this privilege is extended to you as well, my friend. Oh, and I suggest you speak with Ki Aliapo. She's well known among the artisans of Sharlayan, and her network of contacts may prove useful in your search for knowledge. I wish you all the best in your pursuits, wheresoever they may take you.
Evil laugh, almost. I still trust him, but that's a funny laugh. You've been granted the run of Phenomenon. If you're a game, Ki Alipo has will put your artisanry skill to use. Nope, I have no artisanry skills. Alright. 525, I believe my current weapon for my Dragoon is only 515, so let's do it. A pewter weapon. pretty solid increases to things all said and done. Let's do it. A bit basic, but still kind of cool in its own way. Alright. Whoops, clicked on the wrong thing. Ooh, get a new pewter chest item in that next. Well, that's given me much to mull over. I feel as though we're one step closer to understanding the form's true motives and the mysteries of life itself for good measure. It's funny, I came here with the intent of expressing my gratitude, only to leave more indebted than before. I have a feeling his friendship and support will be a great boon to us in the days to come. And on that note, let's head back to the Annex. Perhaps on the way you could better acquaint yourself with Kia Aliapo, as the scholar suggested, while I share our findings with Raha. Yeah, I'll take a look here. Yeah, I mean, look at mine. It's basic as all get out, so not too surprising. Oh wow, these still aren't. Our next bit of equipment still isn't as good as what we got from the other stuff. Oh well. I still have not watched the Sonic Rumble trailer, but I've heard it's yikes. Not running in the best shape. I can't believe they showed it off in that state. Maybe you shouldn't make it mobile only. Estinia would not have liked that lecture. Welcome back. From what I hear, your trip to the studio proved most educational. While you were away, I received word from our fellow Scions. As expected, news of the warding scales was met with much joy. Preparations are now underway to bring the leadership of the Grand Company of Eorzea and the Eastern Alliance together to determine a way forward. Our friends have asked that we bring the scales in our possession to Limsa Lominsa. So the time has come for us to go on the offensive? It's too early to say for certain, but it does seem to be the way the winds are blowing. I, for one, can think of no reason to oppose such a plan, but let us see what awaits us in Vilbrand. Let's start by getting the scales out of storage. Give me a hand, would you, Estinian? I didn't realize these crates were so heavy. I shouldn't complain though. Vertra and the alchemists of the great work put their heart and soul into each and every one of these scales, so you must treat them with the utmost care. Are you not coming with us? As much as I would like to escape the Forum's watchful gaze, I've little choice but to stay behind. We're already on thin ice, and if I, in my capacity as official representative, were found to be consorting with foreign powers, well, you can imagine how that would go. I shall remain here and do my utmost to avoid ruffling any more feathers as I await word from Master Matoria and our other allies. I know. With luck, we'll soon have a good news of our own to share. Feeling good, lass. The tide is about to turn. I can feel it. To Limsa Laminsa. Time to return to Eorzea itself. Yeah, I'm hanging out there now. Looks like Saya might have it. Ah. I don't know. I'm still loading. Yeah, you just head right from where we came in. The usual meeting place for the for Limsa. My apologies for calling you away from Charlene at such short notice. On the contrary, we are honored and grateful, and pleasantly surprised to be joined by such esteemed company. It was only right that this discussion be conducted in person. We are locked in a war of attrition. Our forces struggle to contain the threat posed by the towers, and it is only a matter of time before we are overwhelmed. Victory will only be claimed through decisive action, and we have taken the initiative to set the wheels in motion. It is reassuring to learn we are all in accord. But might I ask what your plan entails? It hinges entirely on the warding scales and our ability to utilize their potential to the fullest. During your time in Charlayan, the allied nations have been engaged on separate fronts with no end in sight. To make matters worse, a surge in abductions of kobolds, Sahagin, Ixal, and Ananta have given rise to an increasing number of primals as well. But your triumph at Razad Han has given us cause to hope once more. The time has come to free ourselves of this menace, and it is you, the Scions of the Seventh Dawn, who have shown us the way. While the bulk of our forces will continue to hold the Telephroi at bay, we will dispatch our finest to strike at the enemy's heart, Garlemald. These brave few will be the Ilsabard contingent. To think such progress has been made in so short a span. Oh, I'll fix that later, Karagosa. Sorry about that. Its objectives are twofold. The first is to provide aid to the people of Garlemald. As previously reported, countless Imperial soldiers and civilians have been tempered. Robbed of their free will, they serve the Telephroi every whim without question. They too are victims. It is our duty to deliver them from their suffering, not for the strategic or political gain, but because it is the right thing to do. I do not ask that we set aside the decades of conflict and conquest, that we simply choose to forgive and forget. I ask only that in choosing to remember that we do not also forsake our compassion and morality, for without that there can be no reconciliation, only death without end. Aye, on that we can all agree. Our second objective is the colossal tower that Thancred and Eorzea observed in the capital. Though its purpose remains unclear, there's reason to believe the smaller spires are merely a precursor of what's yet to come. Until the Tower of Zot was toppled, we failed to make any headway, though the same could be said of the Telephroi. They are certainly in no rush to press further into our lands. Oh, good night, Gregster. I'd wager the Spire's primary purpose is to divide us and keep us occupied while they work towards our annihilation. This would appear to be substantiated by Y'shtola's analysis of the Tower's influence on ethereal currents. Based on his observations inside the Tower of Zot, the Spires siphon ether from the land, consuming it to maintain their form. However, they draw forth far more than is required for this task alone. The excess of the ether remains unaccounted for, but we can be sure it is not being harnessed for our benefit. It wouldn't surprise me in the least if it was being redirected to the larger Spire in the capital. There is a logic in that. Regardless, once we have uncovered the truth, we'll bring their schemes crashing down along with their infernal towers. That's all well and good, but what would you have us do? I assume it's more than handing over the scales and being on our way. We want you and your scales to join the Eorzea contingent. Consider it an official request from both the Grand Company of Eorzea and the Eastern Alliance. Do you accept? Perhaps you should be the one to answer that. For honor and glory.
I'll say for the people of Garlemald.
I like it. Couldn't have put it better myself. Y'shtola, Thancred, and Oriange... What'd you say? Oh, of course. Y'shtola, Thancred, and Oriange have already pledged their support and are on their way to meet the rest of the contingent. They were positive we would come to the same decision as they did. Luckily for all involved, their prediction was correct. Once you've delivered the warding scales to Alamigo, the contingent will embark on its journey to Eorzea. Raban and Lord Emmerich are overseeing preparations, so I suggest you make yourselves known upon arrival. Pack warm clothing, furs, and the like. Without it, the cold will do you in before the Telepharoi can so much as draw steel. As for us, we'll keep the enemy busy while you're gone. They're not the only ones who can create a diversion. Your dancer's going to be in trouble, Amy. Cold. Now go, safe in the knowledge Eorzea will be as you left it, or better, upon your return. Got that intense music going. Yes, we need our coat. Ah, yes. I know. The Alamigan Quarter has ended up being kind of important. Fancy meeting you here. I trust our mutual friend is settling into life as a Scion. Collaboration never was his forte. The moment the fighting ended, off he'd go like a gale cat swept up in a strong breeze. But rest assured, he will always be there when you need him. Probably. If Emmerich asks after me, say I'm getting on fine and leave it at that. Don't you dare breathe a word about the cord. Let's see. Grahatia has sensitive ears. This is the second time Alphino has attempted to go to Garlemald.
Oh, yeah.
Gotta sneeze, I feel it. Excuse me. Ah, the Wanderer's return. You've been busy bringing down a tower and producing the keys to destroying the rest of them. You should be proud. Those warding scales of yours are what's made this whole venture possible. Thank you, Cat Evie. Will you and Lord Emmerich be leading the contingent? Regrettably, no. Our role is to organize the various delegations into a cohesive unit. Once we've seen you all off, it's back to our respective posts. We dare not neglect our duties for too long lest our defensive efforts fall into disarray. And just between us, there is a fair amount of opposition to the formation of the Eorzea contingent. The very suggestion that we send some of our finest troops behind enemy lines to render aid unto the Garleans has made me rather unpopular in certain quarters. Can't please them all. Sadly not, though I do my best. Truth be told, I'd much rather be at your side, charging into the fray. Alas, I've battles of my own to fight, where words may serve me better than any blade. I hate to say it, but Lord Emeric's struggles mirror my own. For the time being, the best we can offer you is the peace of mind from knowing Eorzea is in safe hands. As you fight the good fight in Ilsabard, I and the other commanders will do what we can to convince the naysayers that our cause is just. Thank you, both of you. We meet again. Oh my god. Hi, Gaius. Much has occurred since we parted ways in Wurlet. Oh wow, they No. That's good. They actually referenced the fact that we helped him out in Wurlet. That's cool. I wonder what he says otherwise. From what I gather, the protective talismans you obtained led to the formation of this expeditionary force. My contribution on this occasion is but a minor one, that being the information I have shared with Maxima. For the sake of the people of Garlemald, may the fates be on your side. So you're not coming with us. Strange, I thought you'd have a stake in this. You also get some small comments if you complete Eureka and Boja. That's cool. I do. The Telepharoi have laid waste to my homeland and enslaved my people. But though every mode of my being cries for vengeance, I cannot be the one to deliver it. My presence alone would place the entire mission in jeopardy. I stand accused of murdering Emperor Varus and plunging Garlemald into chaos. Were I to travel with the Ilsabard contingent, it would give my countrymen ample cause to question our motives. Conversely, those who believe me innocent may instead celebrate the return of a former legatus and attempt to raise me to a position of leadership, further destabilizing the region and complicating the contingent's mission. Whether I'm branded a villain or hailed as a hero, I would only hinder your efforts. We will deliver your people from harm in your stead. Do the Wurlet one. Oh, well, no. If you want to do... No, it's up to you. Okay. Yeah. For what it is worth, you have my gratitude. The other one says, and I will defend it to my dying breath. After the sacrifices my sons and daughters made, I can do no less. Oh, that's a nice reference. What's that? That's new. I and the government of Wurlet intend to offer refuge to those fleeing Garlemald. Should that time come, we will be ready. You and your comrades have the strength and courage to deliver my countrymen. I am certain of it. Yep. Alright. Though I may have defected for political reasons, my love for Garlemald endures. I would stop at nothing to protect her and her people. Well said. Might I ask you to escort our friends inside? It's the second time Maxima has tried to escort Alphino into Garlemald. You might even bump into an old acquaintance or two, and if I don't see you again ere you depart, may the Fury guide and protect you, all of you. New shirt that is not as good as what I have. Oh, cool. If you talk to Emmerich, Tiamat's still helping out. That's cool. Oh yeah. So that's better than your old white mage outfit? The other members of the Ilsabard contingent are gathered in the royal palace. I shall inform them of your arrival, so please make your way inside as soon as you're ready. Yeah, it's not as exciting. What you're wearing.
Well, the other thing was a glam, to be fair.
Oh, of course, of course. Oh, I forgot to take a look at, hold on. I don't know if I've gotten, what would this one be, what would these be under? Quests? Seasonal events? Yeah, I have not gotten that achievement yet for...
Oh, for 13.
Yeah. I think I need one more. Oh yeah, I guess he would be warmer in that outfit.
Oh, yeah.
All right, who's coming with us?
By the 12.
Holy crap.
Glad you could join us. I hope you don't mind, but we went ahead and started without you.
As you can imagine, our traveling companions were eager to become acquainted. 'Tis a rare thing indeed to see such a diverse and talented group of individuals assembled for a single purpose.
Did you see we got Lise?
We fight not only for the sake of Eorzea, but for the entire world,
yeah.
including the people of Garlemald. Much rides on the efforts of the Eorzea contingent.
Oh, and there's I'm blanking on his name, but yeah, looking at these others, these are the black mages from the those quest lines. So, wow, the guys who teach you how to fight in all the different ways. Yeah, Pippin. Wait, these two guys. Is the guy doing push-ups from the stuff with Monster Hunter? Remember how they were all like doing exercises? Oh, that's right.
That's the Lancer people. That's from the Lancer group, I think, in the archery.
Yeah.
I'm guessing it's like that kind of stuff. But I know for sure that's the white mage.
Oh, he's sickered from 5.4. Okay.
The,
Oh, he was the one bringing down the Admiral. Right. That's right. That's right.
Indeed, which is why I am glad to find myself.
Oh, it's
in the company of
Lucia.
many trusted comrades, yourselves included.
Lucia.
I have come at the behest of Lord Emmerich.
That's
who has
cool.
honored me with the role of Ishgard's representative. And for the
Haven't
good
seen her in a
of all
while.
nations, not least my former homeland, I am determined to see this mission through to its end. We have a hard road ahead of us, but walk it we shall, together.
We too welcome this opportunity to work together once more. I have faith that, if there is a way to resolve this conflict, we will find it.
Allow me to introduce you to the rest of our company. Everyone! If I may have your attention.
Yeah, she's definitely not been spotlighted. That's the thing. Nice little treats for all the people who have been gathering all the different jobs.
yeah, I think the guy in the white, the little short from the
Might I ask you to speak first?
Ah, your white mage buddy.
If I must.
I know, that's what I mean. He gets to speak. I'm not saying he's not there. I've seen him for a while.
I am Arun Senna, spokesman for the Gridanian.
Have you ever heard him talk before like this?
Here on behalf
okay.
of my esteemed sister, the Elder Seedseer, we shall provide support and protection to those in need.
I didn't realize he
during our
actually had a
time in
speaking, like, vocal, voice lines. Yeah. Ah, okay.
I don't remember. So long
To that end, I am joined by healers selected by the Conjurers Guild, with the Order of the Twin Adder's Finest serving as our escort.
His haircut is dumb.
Suppose I'd better say my piece.
Wait, I know you.
The name's Sicard. In case you've forgotten. Truth be told, I'd rather you had forgotten. Anyway, the Admiral asked Captain Hillfear to send his best, and for whatever reason, he picked me. Of course, if I'd refused, I'd be the laughing stock of the bloody.
He's the guy who tried to
my
challenge
reputation's taken enough of a keyhole as it is.
the Admiral.
But more importantly, like
part of
any
the
pirate
pirates.
worth his salt, I know when you're staring
Remember
down
he tried
a
to shoot her
storm,
and
you gotta
duel.
trust in the commander of your ship.
Mm-hmm.
Thanks.
Yep. The chat helped me before.
The Admiral wants us to go to Garlemald, not for plunder and glory, but a promise of peace in our time? Then that's what we'll do.
Ah, the Lalafell next to Sickert is the quest giver for the Scholar Job quest. I have done a few of the Scholar Jobs, but it's been a while. I think he's warrior.
We all know how much the Empire loves its steel. We thought we'd bring along a few smiths to make the most of it. Give them a pile of scrap and they'll cobble together anything you fancy. Of course, just like the Gridanians, we got fighters of our own. We might have come with a more constructive purpose in mind, but we're more than capable of cracking skulls, believe you me.
Yeah, Marauder
well,
Guild.
You're certainly raring to go. But then again, so are we. The most dependable warriors of Uldar and Alamigo have assembled at the Sultana and General Aldin's behest. If Garlemald has truly fallen,
He's for the
whole place is
thaumaturges.
likely to be crawling with Telophoron.
Mm-hmm.
We'll need plenty of troops to clear and hold a path for others to follow.
I think you're right, yeah.
That's where we come in. Naturally, Marshal Terrapin and I will be leading from the front.
Gotta have our Adam Howden with us.
It's been some time since I last saw you in your element on the battlefield.
From what I've heard, you've become pretty fearsome yourself. Master Matoya, the avatar of destruction.
Breaker of hearts. Boy, that's a fierce stare.
I know we'll succeed, no matter what awaits us. And then we might finally get a chance to enjoy a good long rest. But until then, let's give it our all.
See, I love stuff like this.
But this also makes me nervous.
As for Ishgard,
Oh.
we Temple Knights have come
I don't
in
think any of
force
them.
to uphold our nation's commitment to the peace and welfare of our allies. The bitter cold of Garlemald is a formidable enemy in of itself.
At least none of the
Our
guild
experience
masters.
fighting in ice and snow will prove invaluable in the days ahead.
At least you're gonna need to cover up.
I have been designated commander of the Eorzea contingent. I will do all in my power to provide you with the leadership and guidance you require. The four high houses, House Hylinart foremost among them, have arranged for a host of machinists. to
Ooh,
join
my
us on
machinist
our mission.
buddies.
Their knowledge of Imperial Magitech is sure to be a great boost.
Yeah, there he
They will
is.
address any
There's the
problems
leader of the
technically
machinist
together with
quest
the
line.
smiths of Limpsa Lomitsa. There is another awaiting introduction.
Of course, he's here.
Lord Emanolaine?
Ah, yes. Emanolaine de Forton, at your service. Though, lest there be any misunderstanding, I should stress that I've not become a fearsome warrior while you were away. Rather, far from it, actually. My brother, in his infinite wisdom, decided this would be an excellent chance to make something of myself. Oh, and fight for world peace and all that. But, should the opportunity arise for a spot of ballroom dancing, I will be your twinkle-toed gentleman of light.
Yep, that's a Manolane. May your graceful prancing lead the way to victory.
Huzzah! I cannot wait to regale Honoroa with my tales of daring-do.
I believe that concludes introductions for the Grand Company of Eorzea. Our allies from the Eastern Alliance were due to arrive some time ago, but it would appear they have been delayed.
Would that be the Shinobi of Doma?
Actually, they've been tasked with relaying messages back and forth between the various eastern nations. According to Lord Hien, however, an equally capable company of warriors has been sent in their stead.
Out of my way, you preening fool!
Oh my god. Oh, look, it's the little, yeah, there's twins here. The little son's here as well.
Forgive us for coming late. We are the delegates of the Eastern Alliance.
Cyrena, and you've brought company.
Honestly, did not expect to see Cyrena again.
For battle and blood we come, as a step is sorely lacking in both.
Ah, the Rothgars from Boja.
Our lands, so we marched on those of Dona, only to find them beyond our reach. But now our thirst for slaughter was slaked. No quarter to the enemy! Sadu Hatun, no. We go to make peace with the Iron Men, not war.
You can kill
Warriors
Ascians.
of the steppe, we've heard many tales of your bravery. We welcome you as allies. And these other ones you have brought are...
Members of the Dalmascan resistance group, Lente's Tears.
Ah.
And the Bosnian resistance. Between them, they have a wealth of experience in espionage, and are particularly adept at infiltrating Imperial facilities. Which is fortuitous, since Garlemald's domain is so vast that I could never hope to handle reconnaissance duties all by myself.
Definitely did not do those.
Dalmasca, Bosnia, Alamigo. All lands which have suffered the tyranny of the Empire. I would never presume to question your motives. Nevertheless, I must reiterate that our goal is to aid the victims of the Telophoroi.
Oh, Lens Tears are the group that we worked with for the Evilise raids, I see.
And they are victims, make no mistake. Though I understand that many may struggle to see them as such.
You're more right than you know. For every one of us that answered the call, there were a dozen that refused. Not only in Alamigo, but everywhere we went. And who could blame them? The Empire's always been the enemy. But after seeing what we've seen, fighting and working against and with Garleans, there's no denying the simple truth. They're just people. No different from you or I. They've got their share of liars and murderers, but so do we. So do we all. Fordola, who once swore herself to Garlemald, has proven
I'm surprised
herself
Fordola's
a
not
trusted
coming
ally
along.
time and time again. Every Eorzean here knows Cid Garland, the Imperial defector who shared with us countless technological wonders. Gaius bloody Baelsar himself is working to help rebuild Werlit, a nation he once conquered. So you can believe me when I say that every fighter here understands and accepts that the Imperials are not monsters and are deserving of help. Or at least that they were able to put aside their feelings for the greater good. It won't be easy, but we're all determined to make this world a better place.
What lingering concerns I may have had were clearly unwarranted. I agree with everything you said wholeheartedly.
Then we are in accord. Now, let us review our strategy. To reach the Garlean capital in northern Ilsabard, we must cross the central mountain range. Fortunately, Garlund Ironworks can provide aerial transport, sparing us this most treacherous part of our journey. However, attempting to fly any closer to Garlemald would attract the attention of the Telophoroi. As they
Boy,
appear
fought
to
that
have
one
seized
primal in
control
here.
of the majority of the Imperial military, we must assume that includes its fleet. In addition, Garlemald possesses devices that can interfere with airship navigational systems, further discouraging an airborne approach.
Given the circumstances, the closest we dare deploy our contingent is an area between the range and the capital, the Magna Glaciers. From there, we must travel the rest of the way on foot. We will also need to bring the airships with us to ensure we can withdraw with haste. Although much of the terrain will be blanketed in snow, we should be able to make use of local roads and shipping facilities. The vast ice field will afford us an unobstructed view of the surrounding area. On the other hand, it will also allow others to easily spot us. So, it is imperative that we only make camp in positions where we can easily defend ourselves. And the airships, which must be kept safe at all costs.
This is going to be something.
We cannot account for every possibility, so we must be prepared to think on our feet. We will be tested. Sorely tested, I expect. But for our homes and for our people, and a people not our own but in need, we will succeed.
Are we finally exploring Garlemald on our own? It's not just
effort in your
a set cutscene.
Once we depart, there is no turning back.
What'd you take a picture of?
She yawned, but I missed it.
Aww. Oh god, so many people we can talk to. I'm starting to think that the rest of the areas outside the moon of this that we'll be traveling to are all in Garlemald. What if it's my red mage teacher as well? Yeah, we're definitely going to be talking to everybody. You don't say. I've kind of interacted with everybody here. Oh yeah, our previous master. That's cool. You can talk to those you've interacted with previously. You haven't done anything the Bard, so the boys from the Bard quest can't be spoken to. Ah, so we'll actually have different people to talk to based on who we... Oh, really? Oh, this is the guy from the Scholar's Quest, that's right. Right. Oh yeah, I have the warrior guy because I picked up the warrior class for a little bit. That was the initial tank class I picked, but then I switched to Dark Knight to have a higher level one. Oh, nice. I have machinist. God, I've not acted with Brunbar that much. Oh, there's the Thaumaturge leader, but I only did that. I made an alt character early on, and I started out as a Thaumaturge, but you know, obviously did not interact with him as Milan. Yeah, that was my red mage tutor too. Oh, probably it won't show up. Probably same for my Dark Knight master. Yeah, I don't have the Thaumaturge, and I don't have the monk. No, because I didn't start with them. I always have a connection with Lise because she was the one we first worked with. We worked with since we started off in Gridania. Remember, she's the first time. Yeah, I know it's been a while. Poor guy. Papalamo, that's it. That's it. Unfortunately, he never got much of a highlight. Oh, Marauder changes if you've done the level 30 quest. That's interesting. Well, like with the Marauder that I talked to, that you can't talk to, he'd have different lines for me if I'd actually finished this set of quests. It's interesting.
Yeah, you should definitely reference it.
Ah.
They put a lot of detail.
Yeah, it's really nice. We can talk to Stefanivian. His name is always a pain. Oh no, Emanueline wants to flirt with Cyrena and Sadu. That is not going to go well. There's Albrecht, my Dragoon teacher. So technically we have 3 Azure Dragoons now. Sweet. And yeah, I can't talk to the Bojans or anything like that. Cyrena has interesting dialogue. Sadu's become friends with Cyrena. I was wondering if he'd have like some sort of comment about Stola, but he does not. Alright, that is everyone. Let's talk about Stola. Well, later, Oscar. Take care. Besides the delegates assembled here, the Eorzea and several other tribes offered to send troops of their own. Unfortunately, due to their physiology, many would struggle to simply survive in the harsh climate of Elsebard. They would also likely prove tempting targets for abduction by the Telephoroi. All things considered, they can better aid the cause by bolstering our defenses in Eorzea, though their eagerness to do so has been noted. We few shall have to suffice. Ere we embark, we must distribute the warding skills to our comrades. Care to do the honors? I have not tried Princess Peach Showtime yet. I'm kind of waiting for it to go on a deal potentially. Oh, she's interested in it. Really, I've never heard her mention it. Wow. So yeah, Sydney will be getting it, which means Amy will definitely play it, and might try it out at some point. We're getting it for our daughter. She actually really wants it, which I did not really know about. Boarding skills for the Asgardian delegation, I take it. Did you see the boarding skills description yet? The talisman. Oh, they'd have more if they weren't so preoccupied making them look pretty. Oh my gosh. I find myself conflicted into this foray into Garlemald, sent by the Empire to infiltrate Ishgard, only to throw my lot with those whose secrets I was supposed to be stealing. And now I lead a mission to save the countrymen I betrayed. but that is doubtless why I was chosen by Lord Amaric. He would have me put my extensive knowledge and former ties to good use. I will not disappoint him. For the future of Ishgard, Garlemald, and the world at large, I will lead us to victory. That a set of warning scales I spy. Not that I would know what they'd look like. Amy, you've never been to New Zealand, have you?
Yeah.
Oh, you have?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, she did. Ah, okay. Wow, look at these. Even a... Oh. Oh, that's right. That's right. Oh no. Alas is asking if you've ever seen a cassowary? I think. Sounds like a bird. Even a layman like me can tell they're bursting with ether. All the better fend off the tempering waves? Is that the right term? Anyway, these will give us one less thing to worry about, which just leaves the other mountain of whatever else is waiting for us in Garlemald.
It's like an emu.
Oh, you have seen it? Okay.
Yeah, but I've also seen that in a zoo. This is what it looks like. We went to the Australian zoo.
Ah, okay. Cool. Never said not. I'd marched through all 7 hells that gave me the chance to put Xenos back in the grave where he belongs. Hey, Amy can agree with that. Lisa's like, if I'll do it all if I can. It means I can put Xenos back in the grave where he belongs.
As soon as I saw that, I was like, yes. He doesn't even need to be in a grave. He needs to be just incinerated, destroyed, like no trace.
Yeah. That's amazing. I hear you've got something for us. Ah, them scales everyone's been talking about. Pretty little things, ain't they? Reckon they'll be worth a gill or two when this is all over, but we'll hold on to them for now. And one more thing. I know what you're all thinking. Why didn't they send Einzar instead? Buggered if I know. All the Admiral and Captain Hilford told me was they needed someone to help safeguard the future. And here I am. Can't say they haven't got a sense of humor. Of course, some of you might be wondering what a pirate is on dry land, in the middle of sod and snow of all places. Well, me and my crew will do whatever needs doing, so let's set sail, or however the saying goes on airships. Yes.
Sounds like a job for a black.
Yeah.
I haven't even done the black mage stuff at all.
I wouldn't mind going back to the Black Mage quest line. Or at least Thaumaturge. So these are the famed warding scales, not for me and my men I see. Under normal circumstances, I would not be allowed to travel outside the Twelveswood. The Elder Seedseer, however, has granted me special permission. She has bid me to lend my magics to the people of Garlemald while learning all I can of their ways. In so doing, I will come closer to understanding myself and my place in the world, or so she says. I say it's past time our allies benefited from the power of the Seedseer at a Seedseer's disposal. Some bemoan that we hide our light under a bushel, and I intend to address that criticism. There you go, Cyrano. We heard it would be cold in Garlemald, so we came prepared. Oh no, I haven't gotten there yet. Oh yeah. Oh, the talismans. We are to keep these close at all times, yes? I will see that no one misplaces theirs. Ah, and before I forget, I have a message from Hien. In distant lands, in times of strife, together stand, together fight. In darkness shines the light of life. I hope I have done his words justice. Doma, much like Othard, has been plagued by the towers, yet while he could not be here, he wished to express his shared conviction. He and Ugiri labor without rest to unite the people, and with their aid will we keep the enemy at bay. And we of the Steppe and the Eastern Alliance will repay their efforts by ending this war. Yeah, let's talk to Y'shtola. To me, she just said I have some bone to pick with about their wagging tongues. Oh, an actual scene, I see. Right. Hey, here is live. Thank you for this, and for going to such incredible lengths for the sake of my people. Though I have little to offer in return, I would impart some advice, if I may. You've been told by many to wear the code of Ilsabard, and I cannot stress enough that this is no token warning. I will be distributing specially made warming tinctures, courtesy of the Alchemist Guild, but understand they are no substitute for proper protection. I leave the provisioning of said protection to your discretion. Now let us proceed to the Alamegan Quarter. While you make your final preparations, I will have the pilots ready the airships. I wonder if we will get to see them in winter outfits. That'd be cool. He wants to get a fetching coat. This is our last chance to make ready before we set forth. You needn't worry about Eorzea and I. We still have what we wore in Garlemald before. Oh. Estivian claims to be quite warm and toasty beneath his armor, and since he's spent a fair bit of time up north recently as well, I have no reason to doubt his words. Most of the others will be borrowing Grain Company stock. The rest of you could do likewise, I suppose, provided you're not overly concerned with style. Not to put too fine a point on it, but I wouldn't be seen dead in one of those ridiculous overcoats. If only I had time to find something to my liking. Oh, Absolute, thank you so much for the follow. Really do appreciate it. Hark! Is that the cry of a Scions in need of a tailor, I hear? Oh boy.
Scio knows what's up.
Well, hello, Tataru. But how? Well, I have my ways. Oh, yes, indeed. You thought you could sneak off to Ilsabard without telling me? Ha! Nothing escapes my notice. Ah, here's her winter outfit. That's cute. Now, you will wear these garments I've made for you, whether you like it or not. You never cease to amaze. Oh, you unfollowed by accident. Ah, no worries, Absolute. But why do you need a new outfit as well? Wait, are you coming with us? What? No, of course not, silly. It's all in the name of fashion, rather than the pursuit of the highest quality fashion. Besides, how can I expect others to wear my creations if I've never worn them myself? My nose keeps itching. Ah, I did have one other thing to share. Ergamus and Bloomwida have finally returned from assignments in faraway lands. They'll be staying at the Rising Stones for a while to keep an eye on events throughout Eorzea. Since they'll be running things back in at headquarters, I was wondering if I could lend a hand in Shardlayan. Oh, why not? You can keep Cryo company in the Baldezian Annex. Yes, we'd love to have you there. And I heard Armgis and Bloomwida did a fine job carrying on in our stead while we were lying comatose. With them in charge of the Rising Stones, we've nothing to worry about. My thoughts exactly. Also, while I'm confident you won't go collapsing again, because someone who shall remain nameless is in a position to transport your souls to another world, if anything similarly disastrous were to happen, I'd be well positioned to do something about it. Anyway, I've got a few things to take care of, and then I'll make my way to Shardlayan. I really do hope these new clothes are enough to keep you warm in Garlemald. It's not much, but it's the only thing I can do for you, other than pray for your safe return, which I will, every day. Let's not keep the contingent waiting any longer. Here are your winter woolies, handcrafted by yours truly. Oh, that is cute. Okay. Oh, excuse me. There you go. Wow, you guys are almost twins.
Sisters.
Well, yeah. Sayo's just a bit taller.
Sayo's my older sister.
Or you can confuse people and say you're the older sister, and it's like you just ended up shorter. I see Sayo dyed theirs. I'm good in my armor. I'm like a Stynian. I got a cape to keep me warm. Alright, let's see what the Taru has up has in store for us. I'm told the airship pilot has been sent to meet you. I'm gonna guess it's Sid. Ah, there he is. Alright, this is where we go our separate ways. Do be careful, won't you? Or not. Oh, it's an instance. It's an honor to finally meet you. We of the Garland Ironworks will be ferrying you to your contingent across the mountains and into Garlemald.
Well, back to cold.
Yep. For many of us, it will be something of a homecoming. Our illustrious founder was only our most notable Imperial defector. Oh, it's a lengthy solo duty. Oh boy. No. That's probably going to be what we're going to finish up the session with in that case. Maybe. For that reason, the company is committed to the success of this expedition. Our resources are at your disposal, and if there is aught that we might do to be of further assistance, please do not hesitate to ask. If you're ready to depart, I will ready the engines. Oh, several cutscenes playing in sequence. Oh boy. Alright, let's do it.
I have to wear this outfit, and without my fancy weapons.
Oh, sorry. Look at that! Finally entering Ilsabard proper. I always wondered about that.
Ilsabard, divided in twain by a vast mountain range.
Are we gonna get rid of the clouds?
Those who would traverse its jagged peaks face peril at every step. But why go by foot when one can simply fly?
Freaking Emmett Selk. Can simply fly. Clouds plague us to this day. What a shame.
On the outskirts of the Imperial capital, in the frozen wastes of the Magna Glacius, the winds howl in icy protest, as if to warn against further trespass.
The white mage kid looks like he should be cold. His legs are exposed.
Oh, I look frozen.
At least looks pretty good in her coat. Same with Grahlia.
We've received word from a separate reconnaissance party. They've sighted a detachment of heavily armed Imperials.
Survivors of the Civil War, perhaps.
I like these
Perhaps,
outfits.
But there is more to it than
Oh
that.
my god. Yeah, I saw a bit.
Maxima reports that they're led by Virgilia, legatus of the 3rd Legion, which comprises the bulk of their number.
We gotta deal with Final Fantasy III.
However, they are also joined by several members of the 1st.
Final Fantasy 3 and 1. I mean, 3 is essentially a remake of 1.
The 3rd Legion fought for Nerva in the War of Succession following Varus' death. The 1st, on the other hand, were under the direct command of the Emperor and rejected Nerva's claim to the throne. These legions were enemies.
Indeed. In fact, our sources claim that it was a conflict between them that sparked the Civil War. Yet now, these former foes cooperate to defend a ruined Garlemald from invasion.
Then it is all but certain they have been tempered.
So, what's the plan? If me and my crew is out reaving, we charge straight in, no messing about. But that ain't what we're here for.
Quite right. Soldiers or no, they are people of Garlemald, the very ones we have come to aid. Direct confrontation is unavoidable. Nevertheless, we must make every effort to limit casualties on both sides. Rather than kill them, I would remove them from the field.
How so? Savage beatings, disarmament, and imprisonment?
I really like Lisa's outfit. Reminds me of that
But easier said than done in the heat of
half
battle.
Elzen girl in from Heaven's Ward. Because of the red scarf. Elvon, yeah. The one with the shorter ears that worked for the what's her name? Hilda, that's it.
Something to suggest?
Oh, Auron said is also voiced by Adam Howden. I did not realize that, Kildea. Yeah, I wish Hilda got more of a role.
He did. He and the other scouts have already infiltrated a supply depot some distance beyond the Imperial detachment's current position. Stored within is a stockpile of Magitech armaments, and once we give the signal, Thancred's team will destroy them all. In so doing, we will deprive frontline troops of materiel, and likely force the detachment to send men to investigate.
That's good to hear, Alpha.
Divide and conquer. Not a bad idea.
I do not recognize Howden in that as that.
Once the scouts have finished their preparations, we will split into two groups. The first will form the vanguard, while the other brings up the rear with our supplies.
I like how stylish friggin' Graha is. Who? Oh, Lucia. Oh, yeah. Yeah, she's straight up paladin. That's what she looks like.
I would prefer, however, that you accompany the rear guard and be prepared to join the van at a moment's notice. Kept in reserve as our trump card, so to speak.
Oh, that's a good outfit for Thancred.
Your proposal was well received. More specifically, they asked that we destroy the Imperial's toys in as spectacular a fashion as possible.
Pistola always did have a flair for the dramatic. She's not an easy woman to please, but I shall do my best to satisfy her thirst for fireworks. All right, once more for my peace of mind. Our first objective will be to rig the enemy's Magitech with explosives. After we've withdrawn to a safe distance, we'll detonate them.
Oh, we're going to be playing as Thancred. I just have a feeling of that.
Our second will be to issue a deactivation command to the automated units via the control terminal. If our calculations are correct, this signal should reach those deployed on the front line, giving our friends a much-needed upper hand. The blizzard will help us stay hidden, so let's aim to get in and out before it passes. Trust in the plan, and we should all live to see tomorrow.
In the meantime, I will relay messages back and forth as the situation unfolds. You'll forgive me if I ask again, but are you certain you wish to play the lone wolf?
Wouldn't have it any other way. Call it foolish and reckless if you like, but I'll get the job done. I always do.
These fancy outfits, by the way, can be unlocked as trust avatars by leveling them up to 90. Ah.
Very well.
Sweet.
I wish you the best of luck.
Alright, we get to be Thancred again. Okay, swift deception make you... Okay. Ooh, silent takedown. That's definitely going to be useful. Oh, okay.
Keep your wits about you.
It's time. We only have one shot at this, so let's make it count. Seven hells.
I lost it just as I got next to him. That sucks. This guy go to right, and then we'll set those. Hopefully it's gone a little better for you. I'm already at threat awareness of 14. Oh. You gotta plant the things on each of them. Not again. Had to wait for the dang spider. There's Magitex that you have to plant bombs on. You just do the usual interact with them. No, the magic armors that are all stationed. Don't you see the little glowy bits? This sucks. Just one right after the other I got caught. Well, up to 61% already. Lovely. Did well there for a moment, then it just sucked. It's a cool mission. I just wish I wasn't so bad at it.
This is Thancred. The explosives are in place.
Very good. All is proceeding as planned. Head to the control terminal. It should be to the northwest.
Understood. Have the others wait at the rendezvous point.
Said the line? I'm not sure which line. Oh.
7 hells.
7 hells indeed. Oh, this is thank goodness a meme.
Must be losing my touch.
Oh, I definitely am. No, I've called the others, but I haven't called them in yet. I'm still. Yeah. Okay. I'm at 91. Oh, come on. Don't have that. Okay. Oh, come on.
Must be losing my touch.
Yes. I've not got there. I'm gonna lose. Oh, they're gonna wait for me to die? Good night, Obama. I'm mad. So many times it just ended off just as I was about to do what I needed to do. That sucked. I'm going to be stumbled on this one and go normal because it was not that hard. Just bad luck. Oh, I think it's a great instance. I had bad luck with it, that's all.
Keep your wits about you.
It's time. We only have one shot at this, so let's make it count.
Now that I have a better idea of what I need to do, this should go a lot smoother. No reason to even take a chance. How much faster I'm doing it this time. Amazing what you can do when you have a better idea of the timing of things. Got to the hiding place with 0, so I should be able to be. I should be all right now.
The explosives are in place.
Very good. All is proceeding as planned. Head to the control terminal. It should be to the northwest.
Understood. Have the others wait at the rendezvous point.
didn't realize the slasher was coming that way. That's pretty good. So many there. Oh, come on. I accidentally clicked off the mat off of the map or the game. Ugh. Yeah, we're gonna put you down. I don't need you hanging around. There goes the slasher.
Must be losing my touch.
Over here. I'm gonna die. Because he has no way to heal himself. Where?
I got healed automatically.
I did just fine the entire time, and because I got attacked by two things at once, I was dead.
I got attacked by two things at once as well. But the automatic heal was happening.
Nope, wasn't enough. That's so annoying. Because I like this mission. That's the sad thing. Is I like this. This is a cool concept, and I'm just failing constantly.
Keep your wits about you.
It's time. We only have one shot at this, so let's make it count.
We should definitely get it this time, though. If only because we're on very easy, so if I get attacked, it won't die right away. Getting efficient at it, that's for sure. I would have had it that other time, but I accidentally clicked outside the barrier, the borders of the screen.
This is Thancred. The explosives are in place.
Very good. All is proceeding as planned. Head to the control terminal. It should be to the northwest.
Understood. Have the others wait at the rendezvous point.
Nope, not right now. Okay. Swift Deception ends when I'm with about 4 seconds left. Good to know. Just need that thing to move.
7 hells.
So I can get attacked by another one that just happens to be around the corner. Boy, I love that. How do you time that without getting it caught? What's that? I don't know. When you had that... Maybe you went further around. I don't know. I mean, that's sort of the idea. Oh wait, there's another guy's temple. Almost didn't see him. Where's the control terminal? Oh, shoot, I missed it. Have to run back there again. Okay, did it. Of course, now I have a bunch of easy fights, but oh well. At least it'll be done. There is.
You are returned, and none the worse for wear, to my considerable relief.
What news from our comrades?
They stand at the ready.
Excellent. Then let the fireworks begin.
Well, that's satisfying at least.
The blizzard's beginning to clear. The Vanguard should be engaging the Imperials any moment now, if they haven't already. Ishtola and the others are with them, so I'm sure they'll be all right, but...
The heck is this thing?
Wait! Something's coming!
What in the world?
Oi, oi! Looks like we ain't the only ones who sent out scouts. Keep them away from the carriages! We lose those, and we're as good as dead!
If this is on normal, I'd be a little afraid, but... oh, these are the dogs from Final Fantasy VI? Oh my god. I've not played 6, so...
Fighters! Protect the others!
Oh, there I heard Adam Howden for sure. You're doing a good job of actually killing all this stuff.
Stay alert. Keep the carriages safe.
Impeccable timing! Fear not, friends! The savior of Ishgard is here!
That voice.
A fine display, but the other carriages are still in danger. Go on ahead. We'll hold the line.
We're the only ones still struggling. Time we put our backs into it then. I've been itching for a good scrap.
That's impressive they're holding that thing back. There we go.
You lot all right back there? We're fine and ready for more. Hear that? Get to the front and turn the tide.
So on tentative request on one-time stream to make you play Final Fantasy VI, do you have own any version? Yeah, I own several versions, including the Pixel remaster.
I did it.
Nice. I'm just going to the front line.
The front line fun.
Oh, that's cool. That works.
Removed from the field was not a euphemism for enthusiastically murder.
It's nothing that won't heal in time. The trouble is, their tempering has made them utterly fearless. Subduing them would be easier if they had the capacity to submit in the first place.
Well, this is the path our young charges would have us walk, and that we all agreed to follow. You knew it would be hard, yet still you pledged your lance, did you not?
Do better, Estinian.
That I did.
Oh boy. That's a big... That's a gun lance at that point.
Gilia. Damn it. I need to help the others take her down.
There's no end to them!
I was wondering when you'd turn up. There's no stopping us now. Come on. Let's show them what we're made of.
Poor Pippin hasn't gotten a single line. Even though we have had him out in here.
We have them now! Forward!
Right! Let them have it!
Please gather up on me as much as possible. Thank you. There's a line from Pippin. Eventually they'll stop coming.
Do not fall behind!
She took that thing like a champ. Oh, I definitely knew that the mechs were based on 6. I'm like, I've not played 6, but I'm aware of at least portions of 6. So many of us against this one woman.
Is everyone all right?
Or die!
Where's Sudo? Ah, here we go.
Tremble before the sun!
She's always having so much fun. That'll do it. All right, finally did it. Thank goodness. How you doing, Amy?
Fine.
A worthy adversary. Rest, recover, reclaim yourself. Then we will fight again, to the death. Sadu Hatun.
This man will never get a hug.
That was the last of them. The day is ours, thanks to your timely arrival. What of the supply caravan? Outmaneuvered, but not outmatched. Good. Let us take the Imperials into custody and rejoin our comrades. And soon we shall arrive at the capital.
That is a big tower. And now people ship Sadu and Sirena. Yeah, makes complete sense to me.
I still like her and the other guy.
What?
I still like the sun and moon.
So
oh, you like those two.
unforgiving. Thus spoke Emperor Solus as he gazed upon his barren domain. "800 years it had been since the Garleans first set foot here.
Not looking too good.
By the Kavosi, after centuries of war and driven from fertile southern pastures into the blasted northern wastes. In that garden of desolation, they clung to one another for warmth, freezing, hungry, desperate, hated.
Look at that, an etherite.
The chosen, forsaken. In the year 1513 of the 6th Astral Era, a young legatus named Solus single-handedly sparked the Magitech Revolution.
Emmett Silk.
How did he conceive the machina that feed on ceruleum? Once a common, soft-spoken soldier, how had he so quickly ascended through the ranks? Like so many others, those who knew the truth are gone. Taking in the capital with his eyes for the first time, I recall thinking to myself, far colder on the earth than in the heavens. Yes, far colder indeed. Bitterly so.
Finally arrived in Garlemald. And we're going all over the place for these for locations in Endwalker.
Not so much as a whisper.
The roads leading beyond the city walls would have been used less in recent years. Nevertheless, this was one of the most important gateways into the capital.
A buzz day and night with activity, aye. Merchants passing through the checkpoint, many of them stopping at the local hostelries.
Surely they cannot all have been tempered.
We can consider the question after we have made camp. If we spend any longer outside, we may well freeze to death where we stand. The tempered Imperials, too.
This will be our temporary base of operations. Secure shelter for ourselves and the injured, and dispatch scouts to survey the surrounding area.
If we're planning on staying here a while, we ought to give this place a proper name.
Well, the constant sound of ice cracking underfoot makes me think of broken glass. An apt name, perhaps. But enough of this. To work, everyone.
Alpha says, yep, the theme the Endwalker zones, at least so far, is places we've heard a ton about over the years, but are finally ready to visit. Have you started the next quest, or are you still finishing off Frosty Reception?
I talked in the building. That's the last thing I picked up.
And we just have one of, like, everybody.
Cutscene where they talk about all their plans.
I see. Shouldn't be long before we have a half-decent camp with so many helping hands. I was concerned the snow might hinder our progress, but our Ishgardian friends are used to working in conditions like these. Also, if we take a quick look. Oh, wow. In spite of the obstacles we've faced, our plan proceeds apace. Just a little farther and we will reach the capital itself. Still, we mustn't get ahead of ourselves. As soon as the camp has been made fit for purpose, we will discuss a course of action with Lucia. Would you mind asking Ystrola and Graha to join us in that building to the northeast of the camp? Eorzea and I will meet you there. Everybody's here. Oh yeah, that's cool. Ah, we even have our own Moogle. A meeting. Yes, I'll make my way over once my head has cleared. In truth, I've been feeling out of sorts since we arrived. The air is thick with a palpable aura of malevolence. 'Tis the monstrous tower on the horizon, jagged, hideous, unholy. Even at this distance, its presence is overwhelming. Much like the sensation I felt in the Tower of Zot, only far more terrifying. Ether flows unceasingly towards it, converging into a swirling mass of unfathomable power. For a blessing, the constant chill in the air is helping to anchor my senses in the here and now. Tell the others I shall be with you in a few moments. Oh god, it's raining? Oh, that's miserable. Freezing rain on top of all this. You'll be pleased to know that most of the temperate have been quartered inside the nearby buildings and are receiving treatment as we speak. I do, however, feel no small amount of guilt for commandeering civilian homes. The occupants may be long gone, but everything is exactly as they left it. Considering the length of time that has clearly passed since, one would expect to find them ransacked. Strangely, there are no signs of anything having been stolen. It's possible that everyone fled at the first sign of trouble, though it seems to me they left far too many useful possessions behind. Aye, though there is no conclusive evidence, I strongly suspect that they were tempered. Sorry, I was merely thinking aloud. You mentioned a meeting? I will make my way there. Oh, good night, lass. We're going to be heading out soon, just as soon as we finish off this quest. Your polar bear is so fitting, Amy. Yeah, I know. So many people to talk to. Mm-hmm. Thank you for informing the others of our meeting. When everyone is here, we will begin.
Our present situation is as follows. Efforts to aid the people of Garlemald have begun in earnest. Moreover, having entered into the capital, the Imperial Palace is within our reach.
But before we proceed further, we must learn what has befallen this city. For therein lies the key to understanding and combating the Telophoroid's designs.
I have a suggestion, if I may. Several of the Imperial soldiers we captured on the Magna Glaciers are members of the Populares and acquaintances of mine. Once we have cured them of their tempering, they should be able to give a reliable account of the events leading to the capital's downfall.
A promising idea. I will assist the healers in their ministrations. Of course, I will require a porksy of my own, assuming you can spare one.
Would you like a hand?
No, I am sure we will manage. Better that you take my place in the field. the noxious ether of this place disagrees with me, and as I shall need to draw on my own for the treatment, 'twill be prudent for me to remain within the camp.
This talk of curing the tempered is all well and good, but I reckon the cold is a more pressing concern.
Nana No Serena Yugiri. Thank you so much for the follow. Oh wow, you watched a lot of different Final Fantasy XIV streams, recommending mine. Yeah, we're playing through Final Fantasy XIV Endwalker as efficiently as we can, mainly just to go doing the story stuff because we want to be content current before Dawn Trail comes out. But welcome.
Wow, those are some big names. Zephyla,
All the houses round here
Oh,
are fitted
really?
with cerulean heaters that could keep us warm and toasty. Problem is, the machines seem to have given up the ghost, and if we keep
That's
sitting
cool.
around, freezing our asses off, we'll be next. My Smiths
Yeah, thank you
reckon
so much
with
for
the
joining.
Right parts, they can have them working again, but it won't be easy.
Understood. The machinist will assist them in the repairs.
The rest of us should either stand watch or survey the area.
We've made our presence known to the Telothroi. They will be searching for us, if they have not already ascertained our position. That we have seen no sign of them since the battle suggests they have yet to do so. However, I suspect they may be biding their time.
Or perhaps we are beneath their notice.
In any event, we'll find no answers standing around here. Urianger, Estinian, and myself have visited Garlemald recently.
We
so
did,
we'll lead the reconnaissance
Karagosa.
efforts.
We rescued
Perhaps
the
sponsored
elephant.
by a few Bosnian and Dalmatian scouts from my previous excursion for good measure.
Don't forget about us Alamegans. We have experienced scouts of our own.
Well now, this is turning out to be a rather sizable team. With such numbers, we should be able to cover a wide area with relative ease, including that surrounding the Imperial Palace. How about you, Graha? I have a feeling we'll find a use or two for that vanishing spell of yours.
Twould be my honor to be of service, though I doubt that you of all people need rely on my tricks.
That leaves us with guard duty.
As a matter of fact, I have something else in mind for the two of you and Alphino. Between here and the center of the capital lies the Eblan Rhine. I would have you search the area for survivors. Your keen sense of direction, honed in your extensive travels, should prove useful in navigating the ice fields.
Did you say the one that was ice fields? I love ice fields.
Yeah.
I kind of have
She
to.
says, like, well, you spent time in Kurthis, so I doubt that would really bother you. Something like that.
If there are any survivors, we'll surely find them.
I have faith that you will, and look
She
forward to
also
greeting
said,
you
like,
on your safe
I'm
return.
Sure a warm pot of soup at the end will help motivate you.
You all have your duties. Let us make haste. May the Fury bless and keep you.
You say the standard one, it's like, yep, I'm sure you will. Nothing too crazy. Lucia's making it for a good leader. Mm-hmm. Always liked her. This should be the end of the quest. There it is. And Manueline is not taking this weather well. Gods be good. If it's this cold with Tataru's clothing, I dread to think how we'd fare without it. I must remember to thank her when next we meet. Makes me realize too that while the people of Garlemald have spent their whole lives in conditions like these, even they'd be hard pressed to survive away from the warmth of their homes. If there are any survivors, we must find them and quickly. I guess that's where we're going to leave off. With tracks in the snow. So yeah, pretty eventful. Actually made our way to Garlemald. That's exciting for sure. As Amy does a little dance. Singing in the rain. Yeah. As far as when we'll be back for more Final Fantasy, that'll of course be on Monday, as we see what else Garlemald has in store for us. Should be pretty exciting. Not sure how many level 82 quests we have in store, but yeah, all good there. And then on, as far as our other streams, tomorrow we'll be playing more Yakuza 0 as we get closer and closer to the end of that game, while Sunday will be the finale of Crosscode. So certainly look forward to those. So yeah, about halfway through the level 82 quest, so I might just barely get my red mage up to 82 and then have to do the 83 stuff. So basically, if I want to use my red mage, I have to get it up to 83 in order to be ready for stuff. That's okay. But yeah, as far as everything else, let's see who we can raid real quick. Let's see here. Shellshock is playing Mega Man Battle Network 4. Master Wuggles is playing some Sea of Thieves, and Blueberry is playing more Majora's Mask. Any preferences? And Sarah Key is suggested by Sonic Joe. What are they playing? Let's see. Oh, they have a lot of people watching. I like to go a little bit solid. They're playing some Dream Drop Distance. As for our raid message, I guess we can go with This is Thancred, since everybody was saying about that one before. Any other any preferences as far as who we raid? Otherwise, we'll just probably go with Master Wuggle, since it's been a while since I've raided him. Although Blueberry would actually understand the reference. I'm seeing most people. What do you think? Okay. Okay, I'm gonna go with Blueberry then, because she'll actually understand our reference. So we'll do that. Send it over their way, and yeah, that'll be that. So thank you all again so much for joining. Looking forward to playing more 14 with all of you this coming Monday. Otherwise, hope to see you tomorrow for some Yakuza 0 if you watch those streams. So until then, everyone, take care. Bye.
Bye. Thank you.